What's up, humans? My name is David, and I help people develop self-awareness. And today is the fourth of 5 videos sort of exploring the who, what, where, when, and why of meditation. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for developing self-awareness and self-compassion, so I think everybody should learn. So, when should you meditate? How often and how long and where? Today, we are going to set some expectations for your meditation practice, and we're also going to talk a little bit about habit formation. We are going to get so practical. I love being practical. Just kidding. I'm an Enneagram 4, and practicality gets 2 thumbs down as far as I'm concerned. Okay, learning to meditate is pretty comparable to working out, like developing a workout practice. And pretty much everybody knows these days that it is good to have a healthy body and get some cardio, and maybe I should strengthen my core. Also these days, the stigma around mental health is decreasing, and more people are getting help and talking about getting help with their mental health. These are both good things, because it was not that long ago that jogging was exclusively for weirdos, smoking was good for you, and every feeling aside from anger was just a sign of weakness. We've come a long way, but we also still have a ways to go. Not many people are talking about mental and emotional fitness in a way that would be comparable to working out or eating healthily, a sort of daily upkeep mindset. Anyway, this is one of my main hopes for the future, that humans would come to know their minds. And I think meditation is probably the most powerful tool that we have for a sort of mental training, mental fitness movement thing. And indeed, one of the main hurdles for the widespread adoption of meditation is really sort of the basic lack of a clear roadmap for starting out and developing this skill. You'd be forgiven for asking, like, how long am I supposed to keep up this boring sitting and focusing on my breath thing? So let's put some numbers to it. Here's a little of what to expect in developing a meditation practice. The first 2 steps are consistency and understanding distraction. Understanding distraction we've already covered quite thoroughly in the second video. Please check that out, because you are totally spinning your wheels if you don't understand that clearly. Consistency means turning your meditation practice into a daily habit. Now, yes, any meditation is better than no meditation, but ideally, you're looking to skip no more than 4 or 5 days a month. The bummer about these first 2 steps is that it's impossible to give you a time frame. Maybe you're a boss at forming new habits, or maybe you're like me, and the only thing that you can do every day is coffee. Which has a distinct chemical advantage. Once you have these first 2 steps down, then you won't be spinning your wheels anymore, and your practice will be strengthening your attention muscle, and the progress becomes more predictable. You will start to experience substantial stress reduction by about 5 hours. That's total cumulative time spent meditating. And then by about 30 to 40 hours is when you typically will start experiencing more substantial shifts in your mind and sense of self. Now, everybody is going to have a different pace, but for example, if you stick with 10 minutes forever and ever, this is going to take you a long time, right? But if you're gradually increasing, and if you get to about 40 to 60 minutes of daily meditation, then things start to move pretty quickly. You can start to get that significant stress reduction by around 1 to 2 weeks of meditating. And really, those bigger scale shifts are about 1 or 2 months into meditation. Go ahead and assume right from the offset that it's going to take about 2 months of consistent practice for you to get to a place where you become more convinced that it's worth your time. And then commit to making it a 2-year undertaking, especially if you don't have a teacher. By the time you get 2 years in, you'll know experientially why you just want meditation to be a part of your life, similar to eating healthy food, getting a little workout in. Okay, like I said, to experience progress in your meditation practice, you have got to be consistent. And very similar to working out or any New Year's resolution style thing, you are going to experience resistance in your meditation practice. It's like one part of us really wants to do this good thing, but another part of us, it's like it hurts that part of us and we pull away from it. Part of us is afraid of the vulnerability of being truly present to ourselves. It takes a deep courage to keep showing up. But if you learn a little bit about habit formation, you can trick yourself into almost any habit. So check it out. The structure of a habit works like this: trigger, activity, reward. If your trigger is obvious enough, if your activity is easy enough, and if your reward is rewarding enough, then you will successfully establish a new habit. Now, there are many, many ways that you can fill in the details of this sort of trigger, activity, reward structure, right? But I'm going to give you the laughably successful version. I call it start at 0. It goes like this. Set a daily alarm on your phone, same time every day. As soon as the alarm goes off, go to the same chair in the same room in your house or apartment. Ideally, if possible, a chair and a room that isn't really used for much else. Light a candle and say, "This is for my future self." Next, don't meditate. But after 2, 3, or 17 and a half seconds, blow the candle out and eat a bite of your favorite sugary snack. If you successfully do this for a week, you will have laid a killer foundation for successful progress. You may even find yourself tempted to actually meditate during this first week, like, I lit the candle and here I am, I might as well just meditate. But hold off, be thorough in laying this foundation. Your mind needs all of those embodied cues, the feeling of striking the match, the smell of the candle after you blow it out, and that sugary rush, and going to the same physical space. These are all crucial. After that first week, do a second week of literally 1-minute meditations. Now, as I mentioned, everybody's different, so maybe you are like rock star at forming new habits, and this start at 0 approach might not be for you. But pay attention to this habit formation, because for everybody, there will come a time in your meditation practice that it becomes quite difficult to carry on. For everybody, I do encourage you to start small and then try and ramp up. You may add 5 or 10 minutes a week, but I do encourage you to actually plan this out. Get out a calendar and mark it down, and make it a 3 to 6 month goal to work yourself up to an hour a day. If you're having issues, or if you just want to make some tweaks to the whole trigger, habit, reward, container thing, always think through these questions. Is my trigger clear enough? Is it obvious enough? Is my meditation time small enough? And is my reward actually rewarding? Don't hesitate to go back down. Like, start over at 1-minute meditations, go down 5 minutes from where you were. Find a more rewarding reward, right? You can kind of trick yourself, like turn it into a game. Find something that you really do want and make that your reward. Or again, find a community that meditates. Everything is more difficult when you just try to go it alone. All right, in closing, everyone is going to get to a point in their meditation journey where they just want to give up. They feel, this isn't working for me. So option 1, give up. Giving up is super underrated. I give up my meditation practice like every Thursday. You should totally just give up, but then also eventually come back, because you can't walk away from your mind. You can't just be rid of your attention. So you might as well train it. Option 2, when you're frustrated and you're wondering if you're wasting your time, see if you can increase your curiosity. Try and notice that the frustration itself is a feeling. Feelings come and feelings go, and you can literally watch the frustration as it arises and as it fades away. Bringing curiosity to difficult feelings is genuinely hard, but it is not impossible. In time, you can learn to look closer. You can learn to stay with it. In the previous video, I explained how failure is necessary and inherent to the process of meditation. But in meditation, that very moment when you realize you've become distracted, where it feels so clearly like failure, that is progress. Bringing it back to our workout analogy, every instance of realizing that you've become distracted is like a bicep curl or whatever rep. It is the progress you're looking for. And I promise you, in time, you'll even be able to lovingly smile at your distractible mind. Plus, like I keep saying, it is worth it. And that is what the next video is about. We're going to talk about the why of meditation. Alrighty, my friends, I hope that was helpful. Make sure to watch all 5 videos to get a solid basic understanding of the practice. Meditation can be confusing, so come back to these videos as a resource when you are unsure in your practice. And then, of course, any questions you have, please feel free to put them down in the comments below and I will get you answers. Or at least I'll try. If you did find this helpful or interesting, and if you think that this is important work, here is how you can help. First of all, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and also share this video with the people that you care about. And seriously, it really does help, and it's going to take you less than a minute. Please go do those 3 things. And on top of that, if you really want to help out, I would encourage you to consider seriously supporting me on Patreon. My goal is to make this my full-time job so that I can help more people more better. And with that said, know your mind, love your life.